Hello and welcome to my channel, and today I'm doing a little bit of a whip and chat. So this is a whip and chat and also like my channel goals and diamond painting goals for 2026. I touched on some of these, or most of these I think, probably in my year in review, but I thought, it's time for a little whip and chat. Let's just mull over what I said and maybe go into more details and cover the things I forgot, because I always forget things. So this is, first of all, a Diamond Art Club kit. So this is called, do you know, I can never remember the order. It's like Sunflower, Moonflower, Starflower, in some order of that. I will link a link to this below, but I think it might be discontinued now. It's by Yuumei Art from Diamond Art Club. And then I've just got a regular multi-placer here, which I've put some putty in, fresh putty, so that's bound to go wrong. I probably won't be using it this much because got a fair bit of confetti in here. I just grabbed one of Diamond Art Club's twist and pick pens because it's with wax. It's a round painting and I don't do many rounds, so yeah, I want to use wax with it, and I do press hard, which usually makes my wax go fast. I really should get one of their twist and pick pens, shouldn't I? Like a nicer one that's a bit friendlier to hold, but it's okay because I'm only going to be doing this for like an hour tops. Little trashy tray, that's from Add More Zest. And again, I've just grabbed the Diamond Art Club tray because it has nice deep sides, and these are good trays. Yeah, I'm not an accessories girl, so yeah, I just grab what I've got. So let's pick a colour and we will get chatting. So what should we start with? Let's start on the right hand side, I think. So let's try it with these little, I call it little the battery sign. So how are you all? I've said Happy New Year before, but if in case you haven't been, oh look, there's an AB in there. That will be one of their ABs. I'm going to take that out because I do have yellow ABs. They appear there. That's probably got caught up in my tray in the past. Do not need tweezers. I'm doing a round. Yeah, so on the off chance this is your first time back seeing me in the new year, Happy New Year, Happy 2026. I'm working on this one because this is like my project that I want to get now. Where's my pen? Brain. Do brain stuff. It's how I start, how I mean to go on, which is like extremely distracted at multitasking. So yeah, this is like my, for want of a better word, my project canvas that I'm aiming to. It's a 50 by 70, I think it was, or what is it? I think it was a 50 by 70. So not big, but not small either. But I want to get it done before, what's it called? April showers. So today is January the 20th. So I've got a way to go yet, because that's obviously the 1st of April. It's the Diamond Art Studio event. But this was my mission, to get it done within 3 months, which I should be able to do. Well, there's no reason why I can't do it. I'm not that slow at physically diamond painting that it would take me 3 months to do this. However, I do get easily distracted, both from diamond painting specific canvases and diamond painting in general. So I'm trying to not get distracted. 2026 is the year of pay attention. This is the year of pay attention. Don't get distracted by the butterflies. It's like if you've ever watched, what was it? Which one was it? Not Family Guy. It was American Dad. And they had, if you've never seen it, it won't make any sense. But they did have a skit there where it's like a story with a baddie, and the baddie was like hunting them. I won't say the details because it is cameo from an actor as well. And he's coming for them, and then he gets distracted by a piece of candy, and he's like, "Oh, piece of candy! Oh, piece of candy!" There is not a drill on that. Oh, piece of candy! And he's following them along the path, and then there's like this big box that falls down on top of him, like a sort of cartoon style, sort of Wile E. Coyote trap. He's like, "Oh, piece of candy," and he just follows it. Anyway, I get distracted like that, much like I did not plan to go into the story of an American Dad. It was Family Guy. It was Family Guy. See, I can't even get my cartoons right. in my defence, they're both by the same people. So anyway, so not to be distracted by the butterflies. Yeah, this is the canvas I'm working on. I have done a section. I did this section here, which is these are fairly high confetti parts. There is lots of black background, well, 939 background on this canvas. But I did at least work on a section there that's like quite high confetti, and this is quite high confetti. So I thought it'd be a good one to do while I'm chatting away about my channel goals. I've also just filmed for my colouring channel a similar version. So if you do watch both channels, I do apologise if there's, well, I say if there's going to be some overlap. There will be some overlap because obviously some of the goals are generic YouTube ones, which means, yeah, both goals will be on both channels. But you know, if you're here, then you know what I'm like, and I repeat myself at the best of times. So the fact that I'm doing it on purpose is going to be nothing new because I always say things twice. Anyway, there's a bit of wax. See, this is why I have the thingy, you know, the thingy, twist and pick, so that I don't have to keep completely stopping to, you know, with a little square of wax. Just give it a little twist. Now, the thing about with wax is, as opposed to the putty that used to be in the past, is like this does come unscrewed, so you have to tighten it up quite a lot. But it's a small price to pay because it's much easier than having to completely stop and put some in via like a little square of wax. And I do prefer the wax to the putty because at least when I press too hard and I get a bit of wax there, it's a lot easier to clean up versus the putty, which can get stringy. That said, I have been experimenting making my own putty, and obviously I'm going with the plan to have it not be so stringy because I'm a hard presser. So like me getting it on the canvas or off the edge of the drill or whatever, it happens quite a lot because I'm a klutz and I press hard. And that's going quite well. So I think I do need to have another go at tweaking the formula. But it feels better than normal putty for me. Some people would hate it because, you know, obviously it's firmer and less stringy. But the hard pressers in the world like me, I like it. So, shall we start talking about channel plans and goals for diamond painting in general, which, you know, I've already mentioned this one. This one is on, I'd say, it's a bit early to say it's on track because this is only the second square I'm doing of this painting since I did my year in review. So I'm not exactly rocketing through things, but we are doing it, which is a win. Because sometimes I say I'm going to do something, and then that's it, and I'm not, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm doing this first. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, I'm not in the mood today. I'll do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow becomes like next year. If this painting is in next year's year in review, I'm just like, as a whip, I'm just gonna lose my shizzle. Just gotta lose my mind. It's not gonna happen. It's fine. It is absolutely fine. It's around. It's gonna go quickly. I'm hoping. I don't want to tempt fate. The goal is to have it done before April 1st, so I can do a Diamond Art Studio for the purple showers. But there's a little voice in my head saying, because you can do this faster, you just have to do it. You just have to take it out. But if you do actually take it out, you can do it a lot faster than April 1st. So we shall see. We shall see. What have we got? Because it's like, well, let's just be pessimistic. We'll say we're at the end of January. We're not. Hopefully I can work on this again before the end of the month. That would give me full Feb and March to work on it. 60 days. There is not, all I have to do, There's not 60 squares here. Right, if I can just do a square a day, on average, I will have plenty of time. So that is how that goal is going. I don't think I've worked on any other diamond paintings since, apart from this one. I mean, to be fair, I only filmed that year in review last week. I didn't do any filming the week after Christmas. That was the week of getting back to normal and doing all the chores that got put off for Christmas break and New Year's break. So we'll say this one's going to plan, and then we're just going to generically say I'm going to do better than last year with diamond painting. Thing is, I didn't have a bad year last year. I genuinely feel like I did more diamond painting last year than I did the year before. Trouble is, it was all in whips, and I did not get the finishes. So yeah, I just if I can do the same amount of diamond painting this year as last, but be more focused and only like work on one thing and finish things, it'll go better. It'll go better. So that's that goal, which I did cover in that other video. And then let's talk about generally for the channel. So I did do really well last year. My goal for the year before, that's not got a drill on it, my goal for that I posted last January was just like to post more videos and be more consistent, because the year before, in 2024, I was great for the first 4 months. I was posting videos once, twice a week, and then it got to about end of April, and then I started to fizzle a bit, and then come May, I think I did a kitting up, and then I got less and less, and then I think there was like a big break of like 4 months. I didn't post a single video over the summer, and I think I posted the kitting up video for when I was getting ready to go on vacation. I kitted up some minis, and then also I did an unboxing and then a kitting up of Salem, because I was going to do that for Drills and Chills in October, but I wanted it kitted up before I went on holiday, because I knew I wouldn't have time to do it. Like Drills and Chills, I think started or was running. Is that the last one? There's always one I miss. I know I'll miss it, and I'll put these drills away, and then I kick myself. I do not see any more batteries. Let's go for it. So I got it done early, and then I disappeared again. Where's my pot? There it is. And then I disappeared again for like another 3 months. So last year's mission was to be more consistent, right, and not post 2 or 3 videos in 1 week and then nothing for 4 months. And I did that. Right, what should we do? Let's do another blue one. Well, let's do the Wiggles, which, if I recall, are a fairy dust. Yeah, so this is so pretty. I don't know if it picks up a little bit on camera. Like, just, I love fairy dust. You can't see it. It's not obvious when you look at it straight on sometimes. It's about when you look at it from an angle. So, yeah, when pictures are hanging up on the wall and stuff like that, as if like I always hang them up, not. But in theory, when you hang up on the wall and you see them from like the side or whatever, then you do get these little flashes of fairy dust. Anyway, where was I going with before I got distracted? Right, so I did get better last year at being more consistent. I posted more videos. I'm going to do a whole channel deep dive thing, but that's going to be bonus content. If you saw my year in review, you'll know that I've got a Discord, and I'm pimping the Discord, and that is where I'm going to be posting all my bonus content. I'm going to turn on memberships just to get YouTube off my back. So you will be able to see that bonus content through the membership. But obviously you have to pay for memberships. Discord, free completely free. I'm just going to do them as unlisted videos. So if you have the link, you'll be able to see it. And you can get the link from the Discord. And the link to the Discord is in my description. So, yeah, I'm going to be planning a deep dive into the channel stats anyway for a video, a bonus video, which I'm going to just get, I think I'm just going to get January out of the way with. I've got a lot of, I'm still doing all this catch-up stuff. Remember, when you film a video, you have to edit it and get it uploaded and do all the things. So it does take a little bit of time, and I've got a bit of a backlog. But it's working its way to the top of my list to be one of these bonus videos. But in that, I will obviously, hopefully, as long as I remember, talk about, how many videos I posted in the last year. And compared to what I posted in 2024, and there was an increase. I mean, I can't remember. I'd want to say off the top of my head, it was probably like a dozen more videos overall, but they was more equally spread. So I upped the amount of videos and I spread them out a bit better. So I didn't have the big content droughts. I did still have times though, whereas I posted like one video in a month, which is not ideal. So I did well. I did hit that goal to be more consistent, but there's still a little bit of a can do better. So that is my goal, to just try and even that out even more. I don't need to necessarily post more videos now because I'm going to be doing the bonus videos. So I can consider that extra. As long as I need to be sort of just a bit more well balanced. And, some of my videos were quite short. So if I can just do better, get some better watch time. Though, to be fair, my watch time on this channel is pretty good. I've never really had a problem hitting, like when you want to get monetized at 1,000 subs. So this is why it's always a bad idea to, if you start a new channel and you want to shortcut it and buy subs, like, yeah, sure, you hit that magic milestone, but unless they're watching, you still need 4,000 watch hours per rolling year. So if people stop watching my channel, which is what happened with my colouring one, because I took a 2.5 year break from there, obviously people did still watch, but it trickled down, and eventually I didn't have the 4,000 watch hours from, like, it's a continually rolling 12-month period. So you can't just cheese it and get 4,000 watch hours once and then that's it, you're monetized forever. You have to keep it. And so there are people, cheesy people who, that has got a fat butt, let's put that there. Cheesy people who buy subscribers. You can't just buy subscribers, they would have to buy views as well. Like, you can tell the people who do it, because their views never match like their subscriber base. I mean, maybe if it's a really, really old channel, because old viewers will gradually fade away and whatever and stop watching. But when somebody suddenly gets this glut of, is that all my wiggles, of new subscribers, and yet they don't get the views to match, I think that is, then they've been a bit sus. And then there was a channel that I know, I'm 99% sure has done that. I used to subscribe to them, and it was just something changed. I could feel it. It was like, and I did not feel comfortable because it felt fake. Right. So I unsubbed, and then I checked them the other day because I saw they had a year in review, and they still have small numbers, even though they're like 3 or 4 times the size of me. Some of their views were higher, but mostly their views were around the same as me. And I am the worst YouTuber ever when it comes to consistency and playing the YouTube game. They've got 2, 3, 4 times the amount. No, I don't think it's 4 times, but they've got several thousand more subscribers, but they do not have 3 times the views of me. So yeah, sus. But no, I'm not going to name names. This is not going to. I'm not doing this as a name and shame. But this is me just getting sidetracked by my own goals. I don't worry about what other people do anyway. It's up to them. They're only fooling themselves. They're cheating themselves, as your mum would say, or something. But my goal is to just get a bit more watch time. That, you know, every year you're like, you do want to grow. Even slackers like me, it's just like you want to see some improvement. If things, my views went down, actually not necessarily my views, but if my watch hours went down, then yeah, it would be a sad time. I don't mind it if I've done it, if it's gone down because I've slacked, but if I'm posting videos, my watch time went down, then that would obviously be sad. Quality, not quantity, though. So that's what I'm going to think about, because you don't get the watch time unless you're posting content that people are interested in watching, because otherwise they just click on and then they click off again like 2 minutes later. So yeah, that is that goal. I will go into more details with all my channel stats though in my bonus content. Though, talking of bonus content, what else was I planning to do? Oh yeah, I thought I might try a little bit of a vloggy type thing. I kind of do a vlog for my cross stitch conversion, but that is obviously just a general whip and chat, and then I'm working on my cross stitch conversion on the channel. In fact, that was the reason I started the channel, to show that endless journey on my giant dragon race into the night. But I thought I might do another type of vlog, and it'd be a bit more informal. It'll cover both diamond painting and colouring and general crafting things, and it shouldn't be too tricky to do, because I'll just do like a few minutes here and there on different days. And then I thought, you know, maybe once a month, or if it looks like it's getting to be a long video, I might do it more often. And if I've got nothing to talk about, then obviously I'll do it less often. And that will be a bonus content thing as well. And that'll be just like, you know, like a more random whip and chat. And it won't, because I won't necessarily be working on things. I might be showing something that I've got in the post, or I might be, I don't know, it doesn't even have to always be crafty. It could be, I could go out, and I live in London. It could, something cool could happen in London, and I'll be like, hey, look at this. And it'll be like from outside the real world. Perish the thought. I might go out and touch grass. Perish the thought. But yeah, it just feels like that would be like a nice little bit of an informal place to have more of a chitty chat. I mean, these are quite informal, and I do fly all over the place with topics. I don't just talk about crafting things in my whip and chats, but this would be even more informal, very casual. And again, that will be bonus content that you'll only get through, well, not only get through the Discord, but you'll get for free on the Discord, and you'll get it as part of the membership when I set it up, which I'll probably set up. I'll probably do this in February, just so I can do it at the same time as my colouring channel. They'll both go online. I've got to do some emojis or something like that. I was saying that the only other thing, I can't remember if I said that here or on the video that I've just filmed for my colouring channel where I was talking about colouring goals. The other thing about the memberships is you will get early access, like members first, and it will be ad free for the first, like, I don't know, 24 hours. I'll probably do it or something like that. So, you know, at least you are getting something for your membership money. But really, the membership, I'm going to do it on the cheapest it will allow, just to get YouTube off my back from keep pestering me to start memberships, because they're annoying. What else? Anyway, wibble. But yeah, no, the vlog, and I've even got something ready and lined up to film for today. Today will be the first day of my vlog that I will film directly after this, especially as the camera's all set up. It'd be silly not to. I've got. I don't want to spoil it because like that kind of defeats the purpose of like it just being a sort of off the cuff type feel. But I do have a diamond painting that came through the post. It's just a little one, and it's not really worth the unboxing. So I'll just show that. I won't bother showing all the jewels and stuff. It's just like here's the box. Look, here's the picture. Right, put that away. It's going to be that kind of thing. Plus I have some colouring plans to show. One of which is going to be showing, I'll show you a picture. And the reason why I'm going to show the picture that I've completed is because I'm going to take a picture of it. Right, that's another fairy dust. Yeah, let's do that one. And the reason I'm going to take a picture of it is another one of my channel goals, which is I'm going to refire up my Instagram account. I haven't been on Instagram for like, I don't know, 3 years, 3.5 years, something like that, a very long time. I haven't touched it since I've been back. The only reason I got it installed again is because somebody, when I did my D-stash last year on my colouring book channel, people were sending me messages on Instagram. I'm like, I'm not on Instagram. So I had to install Instagram. And then I was on Instagram. And I do occasionally look at other people's pictures there, but I haven't, it just, you know how some things just don't really, like, it's not, you've got nothing against them, but they don't really click with you. So you think, oh, well, I'll just look at Instagram. My brain does not wire that way. So if I post a picture on Instagram, I have to make it feels like an effort, but we're going to make that effort. That is the mission for 2026. Post on Instagram. And do you know what? As my goals is to just do more than I've done before, you know, the growth. I mean, it's not going to be hard to grow my effort for Instagram, is it? Because I'm not posted on there for so long. So I just have to post this picture and that's it. I'm done. I've hit my target. Obviously, I'm not going to be done. I'm going to keep going. But yeah, if you're on Instagram, I will leave a link below in the description. And yeah, come follow me there. So I'm not at least posting to nobody. I asked last year on my colouring channel, I said, I'm thinking about, and this was like back in the summer, I think, toying with the idea of going back on Instagram. But there's no point in me doing it if no one's going to look. So is anybody in Instagram? And would you be interested if I started posting my pictures? Because it was more about the colouring pictures, to be honest, because you pump them out faster. And there was tumbleweed. Like nobody said, "Oh yeah, no, I'm on Instagram. Yeah, but I'd love to see your pictures." All right, well, I won't bother then. But this year I was like, no, just because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I'm talking to myself. I'm used to that. Like I shouldn't be doing these things like for other people. Do you know what I mean? Like if I want to post to Instagram, I should post to Instagram, right? Even if nobody is there to see me or hear me or whatever. It's just like, that's not the reason to do it. The reason to do it is for myself. If I start doing things for other people, you know, then I'm going to lose interest. So now it feels right to make a bit more effort. I do occasionally post to Facebook as well. That went well. I mean, I did at least post. Generally I post 1 or 2 things a month. So if in the ideal world, I would like to post more there, you know, and that includes links to my videos when I post a new video and stuff. So I need to get better, one, at posting all the links to my videos, because that only happens sometimes when I remember. And then also make more effort to post, I don't know, a meme, a Monday morning meme. Do you know what I mean? Or a whip. There's things I can do. I just need to remember to do it. And it's habit, isn't it? It is habit. So those social media. Get better at saying, oh look, look, you didn't tell me that these little I don't know what you call them things. It's a line and a knobble. I had line and knobbles, and I'll put them drills away now. But yeah, so that is another goal. More consistency, or rather keep the consistency of my videos and improve them if possible. But I'm not going to lose any sleep. If this year was as good as it gets, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Ideally, I would like to increase my watch time still. But aside from that, I'm pretty good with how my diamond painting channel is. My colouring channel needs a bit of work, but that's only because it's been neglected for so long. And also, I didn't pick it up again until like 11 months ago. So it needed some work to blow off the cobwebs, and it's starting to get there. I'm starting to see familiar faces and things like that. So yeah, but all them people who, well, I say people like the gurus. If you've ever thought about doing a YouTube channel, and there's loads of gurus out there telling you like how to get views and all this sort of thing, and they're like, you've got to be consistent. Don't know if you heard that, Revin. That feels like somebody. No, I thought they might have broken down. They was thinking about breaking down. I live on a junction in London. You probably didn't hear it. I have this lapel mic now, and it cuts out a lot of the background noise, including the traffic. Who knows? Maybe in the vlog you will see the infamous school that I live opposite, or hear the screaming kids. I'll take you out onto the balcony in the summer. It's too cold to do it now. But anyway, what was I talking about? Can't even remember. I was talking about social media. No, it's gone. I know I was talking about watch time and the consistency of posting and whatever, but I don't know where I was going with it. So clearly that wasn't very interesting. Right, that is the pluses done. But yeah, Instagram. I'm going to be on it. Come and check me out. Get in there. Next, what should we do next? We do a heart? Let's do a heart. 3823. I only got a few of them. Like a nice pale yellow. So that's that. What else am I? What are my other goals? I should have wrote a list. I kind of did write a list, but that was for my colouring channel. And I'm like, I'm not writing another list. Half of it's going to be the same. But really, I should have written another list. Because my brain just, yeah, it's all over the place. It is all over the place, and I can never hold on to. It's because it's not so much I'm forgetful, though I am a bit forgetful. It's more that I'm thinking ahead to like the next thing and the next thing I'm going to say and the next thing, and then I stop listening to myself and I was like, did I say that or did I just think it? And then I'll lose my train of thought. That is a bit wiggly. I don't mind wiggly lines, to be fair. I like my diamond paintings to look like they've been done by a person and not a factory machine. So I've never really obsessed. You know, obviously I want them in the general vicinity. I don't want them like, yeah. But if there's a little wiggle here and there, I'm okay with little wiggles. Right. Yeah, and on, you know, obviously I want to work on my Discord as well, like building the community there. In fact, that's probably the main thing. Social media, if I can get the other social medias in the routine, but Discord, like that sits open on my computer the whole time, just sitting in the background, which means I am quite often, if I'm there, then quite often I'm available to see a message and I'll see the notification, and you know, if I'm not doing anything, which is quite often the case, I do diamond paint and colour there occasionally. If it's a small diamond painting or a colouring, it's where I also game, because I play games. I play Final Fantasy 14. And so I used to play WoW. I'm thinking about getting back to World of Warcraft, because they've got a new expansion coming out and they've added housing to World of Warcraft, which is like a mini game. It's kind of, it's not The Sims, but you like, it's like that kind of thing where you're like make a little home in game and you collect all the furnitures and furnishings, and it's like a sort of creative thing that you do. Anyway, they've added housing, so I think I might go back to World of Warcraft. I haven't played that for like 3 years, but I've always kept my finger on the pulse. I've never really truly left. I've just not played it. But I've never truly left. It's still always in me, in my soul. I mean, I played that game for 20 years. So, I mean, it's hardly surprising that I didn't leave it behind. It's like an ex-girlfriend. I think, boy, ex-girlfriend? Not my ex-girlfriend. My other half might have something to say about it if I had got a girlfriend. But, where was I going with that? But yeah, I don't know. Why was I talking about gaming? Wow, I'm losing it. I think because of the Discord, and that's why I'm like Discord is like I'd say traditionally about the gamers. It's one of them things a bit like Twitch. Like it was originally like it was all the gamers that was there, and that made it grow to be what it was, and then it started to diversify. But primarily, it's known by the gamers because they was there first. But Discord, yeah. So I want to work on that. That is my number one goal. Like the Instagram, that would be great. The Facebook, that would be great. But the Discord, that's my baby. That's where I'm going to build my community. And I'm hoping, obviously it's early days yet, but down the line that'll be a place where, obviously, if I ever hold events, I don't do events currently. I hardly participate in events, let alone run events. But I'm not averse to running an event if I'm not, slave to the fickle whims of an algorithm and things. But I could do events on the Discord, like informal ones with no prizes. You do it for fun. I was talking to, I think it was Kristen the other week, and I was saying like it's funny the differences between communities. Like in colouring, like there are obviously loads and loads of events that go on, but do you know what? There are very, very little monetary incentives there. Like you do an event for the fun of it, and you go onto Instagram, which is one of the reasons I want to get back on Instagram, because I kind of lose track of the events. But you just post your picture with a hashtag, and that's it. That's you joining in the event. And occasionally a creator might, do a little compilation video. That's it. There are no prizes. There are no sponsors. There are no. Let's say it. There are no bribes to take part in the events. People just do the events for fun, and I did kind of miss that. Hence, getting back on Instagram, because you just don't get that with diamond painting. It feels like a lot of people do events like because they want to take part in the prize draws and all this sort of thing, and the special items that might come from a sponsor. And I think that's probably why I don't do many diamond painting events as well. And there's certainly no forms to fill out, because there's no need for forms, because it's not that kind of thing. Like when they have an event where even when the creator does a compilation video, they're just putting the pictures from Instagram because they've obviously been posted with a hashtag. So they'll just go to the hashtag for that month, for that event or that month or whatever, and all the pictures will be there, and that's it. That's what goes in the video. Bam, done. No forms. So yeah. Wow, I thought this was supposed to be about me talking about my goals, and I'll keep going off on these tangents of opinions that will probably get me in trouble. So how dare you say that? I love events. But yeah, I'm not criticising any of these events or sponsorships or diamond painters versus colorists or anything like that. I'm just saying stuff because that's how my brain flips about. It's just stuff I'm thinking about. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying what I think. It's okay. Don't feel threatened. I'm not attacking you. Right. A little toot of the car horn. What else? Cut plans for kits. I want to finish some kits. Not some kits. I mean, obviously the goal. I finished 3 kits last year, and then I included a little one that I did in January of this year into my year in review. Technically, I did 3 kits, and that kind of made it a 4th. But I'm not going to be words. I'm not going to be including that in when I do my 2026 year in review. I've put it in GemsFlow. This is the only reason I use GemsFlow, is just so I know what paintings I've done in the year. Not because I have so many and I couldn't possibly remember, but just because I forget. This is like January. I can't be expected to remember what happened last January. So I've actually put that January painting is in with a finish date of December 31st, because I don't really track my diamond paintings that way. I don't. Lots of people count their diamonds and their start date and finish date, or how many hours it took. I don't do any of that stuff. So it's fine. I don't mind it being something like a finish date being wrong. The only reason I use that finish date is so I know what paintings I finished during the year, just to make sure I haven't forgotten one. And it keeps track of what I've got as whips. Though last year I still managed to forget a whip that from the January one. I think I had it in the mid-year review, but yeah, I forgot to include it, even though I had to move the box that the whip was in to get to other stuff. That was the little chicken, the duckling, I mean. Anyway, so yeah, the goals obviously is to finish more than 3 paintings this year, like 3 real ones, 3 big ones, not real ones. I'm not dissing the minis. I will probably do minis. I see lots of debates about people like, oh, I've done a complete set of minis, so I'm going to count that as one finish, or and it doesn't matter. You haven't, if you include it in your finishes or you don't include it in your finishes, it doesn't change the fact that you finished it. I don't know. I do not care about stats like that. So it's just a number. Just a number. It hasn't changed whether I did it or not. So, but the game is afoot, and we're going to aim for higher than 3. That's as good as it gets. But the other thing I'm going to do is, I'm not on a no buy. What is this? Oh, all right, let's do it. This is an AB, so this is going to be a pain in the backside, because I will do it with tweezers, probably. But yes, when it comes to buying paintings, I've got sticky tweezers. When it comes to buying paintings, I'm not on a no buy. I know better. I know myself well enough to not put myself on a no buy, because the minute I put myself on a no buy, it just means all I want to do is buy. Just like my brain says, don't tell me what to do. You can't stop me having fun. And then I'll be like, all right, and then I'll buy stuff. So I just ignore myself anyway if I do anything too extreme. But I am quite happy with the size of my stash right now. I mean, I don't mind if it gets a little bit bigger, but as long as it's a reasonable bigger and I am still finishing paintings, that's the important thing. I don't want to add to my stash if I'm not actually finishing things, which is what happened last year, mainly because of the tariffs. It did change my buying plans, and I wonder if that did affect, in a way, the reason why I didn't finish many paintings. Like, I kept buying earlier on in the year before I was ready. I hadn't planned to buy any diamond paintings really until my birthday, which is the beginning of May. Maybe something for Diamond Art Studios event, but generally I wasn't looking for them because I was quite happy with the size of my stash. And then the whole tariff thing went down. I was like, oh, but if I don't buy now, then then who knows? I could be locked out for ages, like priced out or locked out or whatever, of a lot of paintings. And there was paintings that I wanted that was on my wish list. I was like, obviously I can't buy them all because I had too many, but like I wanted at least some of them. So I bought paintings before I was ready, if that makes sense. And it kind of unsettled me in the fact that I kept getting these new paintings, which feels great to get these deliveries, but it meant I didn't. I was always looking at the new paintings, and I wasn't really thinking about the paintings I already had. Do you know what I mean? It's what I was saying before. I don't want to get distracted this year, even though the world is doing its best to distract me because the whole tariff thing is back on the cards again. But I'm trying not to FOMO about that. I am thinking about that. It's not got any sparkle on it, so I'm going to try and not go out and just buy loads of diamond painters again through fear, because I got quite a few last year, and that is the goal. To not go wild. Not I didn't go wild. I don't. I saw people had bigger deliveries on Black Friday than my entire collection, my entire stash, and they got it for Black Friday in one weekend. They bought more buyers. It's insane. Bought more diamond paintings in one weekend than my entire stash. So I'm not a prolific buyer, but I don't want to keep buying things because it distracts me from what I already have. And I did my stash video recently, just before Christmas, videos. I've got them all in a playlist if you want to check them out, if you've not seen them. And but when I did stash video, it did remind me of how many good paintings I have that I want to do, and I just get distracted because I've bought more diamond paintings. So I'm always like thinking about the last few paintings through the door versus the one that I bought a year ago, and that I just need that to change. I'd already decided to do that. I know Lizette has got I think it's refresh or stash or something. There's a few things. It seems to be a lot of people are on it's reached that time where people are like, probably for the same reasons as me, like the tariffs meant that their stash increased more than they'd originally intended at the beginning of last year, and now they're like, right, well, I've got all these paintings in my stash, let's get rid of some again. So there seems to be a general thing going around about, refresh your stash, or do your oldest paintings and things like that. So that's my goals anyway, to just I want to clear up some of these whips, get them out of the way, and then I can think about buying some new paintings once I've got a couple of finishes under my belt, sort of thing. So that is my diamond painting goals. My diamond painting goals, to basically do 4 diamond paintings in a year instead of 3. And if I do more, that's great. But yeah. What else am I up to? Well, I've been talking for not quite an hour, but it's getting close. Let's just do these ABs and then probably they'll be done. I don't want to bore your ears off. Oh, I just had a fire brigade go past. Don't often get fire engines. Not down the street. It's all the police and the ambulance route, but not. Oh, I hope that doesn't mean someone's got a fire down. Well, obviously someone's got a fire probably, but like one of my neighbours, because this is not usually their through route. Where's that? There again. And yes, I'm placing round drills with tweezers. I don't like doing it. It's actually not that hard to do. Well, at least not that much harder. It's not really that much harder to do than placing squares, but it is just a bit fiddly. I have to pay attention, more attention, which is not something that comes naturally to me. Right. I think, what else? I think I've spoken. Oh, no, my Ko-fi store. Do you know what? I'm so annoyed with myself. I did that year in review, and I pulled out, midway, I put my labels, the labels that I'd made for my spare drill storage. I put them in the middle of my paintings so that I would remember to mention them because, you know, freebies, and I made a lot of effort to make them like that template, and everybody else may as well sort of reap the rewards of me making that effort as well, and then at least it's not just for me. And the whole idea was so that I would talk about my Ko-fi store and say, and I've got more plans to put stuff on Ko-fi, you know, free stuff. Obviously, I'm not going to charge. I don't really have much interest in charging people. If they want to leave a tip, they can, and people that was quite gratifying to happen with my labels template. People did leave tips for that, and I'm like, wow, it's amazing. Like, just the fact that somebody thought it was worth it. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Clearly, I just need validation. It's just like, because loads of people downloaded those labels. I also, though, I did find out the other day that Avery, which is the template I used, they're an EU company, and so they was having trouble. Well, I don't know where they went. That went. They somebody was having trouble getting hold of the. That's got a tab on it. Getting hold of the label sheets in the USA, and it's only then I looked into it, and I found out that Avery was like, because Avery is just like it's a big brand. Like, everybody knows Avery for when it comes to office supplies. Like, Avery is just like it. It's just like, it's like saying, I don't know, McDonald's or Hoover, or, you know, it's a brand name that everybody knows. And I didn't realise it was an EU only company. Well, not only, but it seems it doesn't have much of a presence in the States, and the presence it does have isn't from Avery directly. It's from resellers who ship the labels there. And of course, when I did all that, and, you know, it was still tariffy situation then, I guess basically what I'm saying is I didn't realise at the time that the prices were still going up for people in the States for the labels. And then on top of that, not only were prices going up, but there was less sellers. I guess maybe they couldn't be bothered with the red tape that comes with importing for tariffs, especially as like they're doing it on places like Amazon, and, like, you know, it's a small purchase and it's a lot of effort for something that has a low margin, probably. So there's less people sending it. So she was having trouble finding the labels. So I think what I'm going to do, my next project, is to actually, because, you know, the whole reason they came about was because I bought these labels, which was 80 to a sheet, only to find out it was different from. I was going to originally use Joan Diamond Paint's label set, which it actually worked out well, because I was forced to redo the template. Meant I found out all these DMC colours that do not exist. They should not have been on the labels. So yeah, it did work out well in the long run. But I think what I'm going to do is, now that I've done all that research, it shouldn't take that long to create another template, but because my one has 5 labels across the page, on 80 on the page, whereas hers was 4 across, and they're thinner and they have an extra row at the bottom, if that makes sense. So I can just make another template, and then people in the US, they'll find it easier to get the labels, and probably cheaper, because that's what they use in the US, because you guys always have to be different. Everybody else uses 5 across, but no, in the States you have to have it 4 across. Probably because you have different paper sizes. Like, we use A4 and you use something called letter paper, which is actually a different size. It's slightly smaller than A4. So I'm sure it probably just stems from that. They do a different layout of labels to make it fit the smaller paper size. So that's that. But also, I do have some plans for other free stuff, useful stuff that can go on my Ko-fi store for free. And, you know, I do have a bit of time on my hands at the moment while I'm not working. Oh, look, there's a little arrow there. So it seems like a good time to do it. So I think the template will be the first thing I do. Oh, there's another arrow there. Look, I missed 2 of them. Rubbish. So yeah, I think that is my mission. Redo the label templates. I mean, the original version will still be there as well. It's just, they can both be there, and you can choose whichever labels you want. But I've got plans. I've got plans for other stuff on that Ko-fi store. That if you enjoy diamond painting, they hopefully will come in use for you. It will just be. I just need to get a few things off my to-do list first. But I'm hoping February I'll have everything out the way, and then I can focus on this, focus on doing my diamond painting, and focus on my Ko-fi store. Let's get some free stuff. Let's be useful. Anyway, I think I'm going to stop it there because that does cover most of my plans. Just do everything better, do more diamond painting, spend less money, improve my social media. There you go. And Discord. Yeah, remember, it's all about Discord. Right, so appreciate a thumbs up on the way out the door. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all again very soon. Bye for now. Bye.